Hello everybody and welcome into Climate Pledge Arena from downtown Seattle. The Seattle Kraken and the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is round 2, game 3 as it shifts to the other side of the border as the Leafs with a 2-0 series lead on Seattle, looking to make it 3 with a victory this afternoon. Draw one back by Matthews, just got started. The Leafs coming off a 3-1 win in game 2. It came late. Here's Marner, and he was hooked to the goal, no call. Marner in front, that pass and a shot. Scooped by Jones. That was Austin Matthews with the attempt. And here's Dunn. Out to center. Here come the Kraken with speed. Back at home now, Seattle. Pass to Schwartz. Kicked by Samsonov. Loose is Eberle. He backhanded off the blocker of Samsonov. Played around by Matthews and flipped back for Riley. Hit off the skate. It stays in on the turnover. He tries to clear again. Marner does get it out. Matthews ahead. He has 2-on-1 here. Winds up with a shot and a save by Jones. Knocked down. That's Marner trying to keep it in. Kraken get it back and get it up ice on the right wing. Eberle in over the line to the middle with a shot and a save by Samsonov. Loose in front of Kane. That was Marner trying to dust it off as Matthews clears and out to center again. Seattle re-enters. Eberle from the right to the middle for Beniers and a save by Samsonov. That's cleared back out to center. Here's done. Eric Kallgren will play tomorrow's game. They want Samsonov in to try to get the stranglehold on this series. In come the Kraken, in over the line from the left. There's Robertson, far corner for Marner. And now Tavares back out. Robertson, red line and in. This goes all the way around for Brody. Bjorkstrand. Here's Burakovsky to Wenberg. Alexander Wenberg to the net and a save, Samsonov. That's cleared ahead for Tavares. Brody turned over. Schultz, Wenberg. 9 to go here in the first. A chance to the goal. Center the shot and a glove save by Samsonov. Leafs clear to center. 8.5 left to go here in the first. In come the Kraken from the left side. Looking and shooting. And Samsonov again fighting that off. Alexiak. It's all Kraken momentum-wise right now as it's played ahead for Jared McCann. He gets by. Makes his way in and shoots. And it is stopped again by Samsonov. Bjorkstrand. He has an opening and fires right on. Robertson. Brody clears. Too far for Tavares, chasing after it. Pokes it further, and it rolls to Jones. He will settle it down, playing that down for Schultz. Under 5 to go here in the first of game 3. Kraken Leafs tied at 0. Forward to McCann. In come the Kraken again. Won't get that for the goal. Tavares, that bounces to Samsonov. He'll play it free for Hall. Now Nylander chips that back to Hall. Trying to get it out, turned it over. Kraken have it again. Geeky, a shot that's blocked. And Hall takes it out for Toronto. Back into the Seattle ice. It goes around. Tavares, drop pass, and that finds the Leafs. Put offside. 2:15 to go here in the first. Leafs and Kraken scoreless. The faceoff will now come just outside the Seattle zone. Shots this period 8-2 Seattle. One back by the Kraken. Soucy ahead. Brandon Tanev enters the zone from the right to the net. Right with a shot and a save by Samsonov. Leafs get it ahead. It's Rasmus Sandin. Held off the puck, but has it back again. Winds and fires, and a save by Jones. Here's Yarncroke. He'll shoot. That goes off his skate. Redirects to Jones, who holds on for a faceoff in the Seattle zone. Game 3 already in this amazing series. Kraken and the Maple Leafs scoreless this far. The draw. One back, controlled by Yarncroke. Mete. For Giordano, a shot and a blocker save. Loose, they knock away, score! Calle Yarncroke, before the period comes to an end, puts it through. Martin Jones on loose change in front and gives Toronto the lead here in Seattle, game 3. Put it to the goal, good blocker save by Jones, and then they just keep whacking away. Jones can't get it. It's too in tight. It keeps bouncing off his equipment. Right back into play where they can put it through him and in to give the Leafs the lead. So Calle Yarncroke has his 3rd of the postseason. And the Leafs have a 1-0 lead with 2 seconds to go in the first. Here's Soucy to Beniers, and that'll do it for one. It's 1-0 Toronto through 20 from Seattle tonight. Shot to goal in the hockey game. 9 for Seattle, 6 for Toronto, 1-0 after 1. Hits here, 6-2 Leafs. Faceoffs 2 aside, no power plays. 1-0 through 1. Welcome into the second period here tonight from Climate Pledge Arena. The Leafs and the Kraken, Game 3 in the best of 7. Toronto with a 2-0 series lead. And here comes Seattle inside to start the second. Riley back. That shot is blocked. Brody off the board and out. Marner ahead for Matthews. Matthews has help with him, winds up and shoots, and a save by Jones. Kerfoot back. That missed Marner has it. Fires again, and a glove save upstairs. Martin Jones holds on early here in the second for Seattle. Well, you have good pressure going both ways, obviously, here, and this is what you want to see. Face-off coming. One back by Matthews. Brody a shot and a save. Kerfoot has it in front, trying to find Matthews. It rolls to the goal. Sent off the side of the net. Kerfoot again, a shot. Save! And loose in the crease. That was Matthews trying to chip it out of midair and in. But Jones settles it down and holds on for another face-off. Been out Toronto so far this period. The face-off's now 3 aside. Calle Jarnkrok with the goal with 2 seconds remaining in the first has Toronto in front. Draw one by Matthews. Brody shoots. Walker save Jones. Matthews that overskates him. The Leafs are now out shooting Seattle 10-9. Brody. That's played ahead, and Everly has that back. Turnover to Kerfoot. He'll get it back in deep. And the Kraken want to reset in their own zone. Done. Being chased. It's Kerfoot and Matthews on him. Matthews gets in there, steals the puck, and shoots, and is stopped. Rebound was in the proximity, but the Leafs couldn't find it. And back out it comes. Everly, almost halfway through the game now. In come the Kraken, right side with a lane. Inside, outside. Couldn't get that to the goal. Brody to Robertson, out to center. Here's Vince Dunn to reset for the Kraken. He has Everly with him. To Schwartz inside. Riley got by him. Everly shot, save, Samsonov. That's cleared across. It stays in the Toronto zone momentarily. Chipped out for Nylander. Fired into the Seattle zone. Robertson's after it. Good pressure here. Battles along for the puck. Kraken will get it out. Here's Schwartz up on the right wing. Tavares back. And that is flipped ahead by Robertson. Back into the Seattle ice again. Chipped for Nylander. Played around the boards, but Bjorkstrand is to it first. Here's Alexander Wenberg, and here comes Seattle. Sandin trying to get back. A shot. And right in the way of that was Rasmus Sandin. Cleared out to center. Kraken right back into the Toronto ice. Silence here from Climate Pledge so far. The only goal, Calle Jarnkrok, came with 2 seconds to go in the first period. Nylander, red line and in. That's played around for John Tavares. And he gets taken down. Can't get a centering feed. Burakovsky. Here come the Seattle Kraken, a shot, and it's off Hull and into the corner. Again, centered back. That shot stopped by Samsonov. That one did get through. Hull plays that around the board. Sandin trying to meet Wenberg. He did. And played that across, but Larson keeps it in. Here's Larson to Dunn. Shot. Redirects, and it's stopped by Samsonov. Cleared, but hit a stick. It stays in by Burakovsky. Pass for Bjorkstrand. Too many Leafs off to the left side, but they find a way to get the puck. And here they will chip that. It bounces off the boards, and Burakovsky brings it in with a lane and a save by Samsonov. That's cleared and picked up by Alexiak again. Won't get it clean. Gets it back, and an easy stop by Samsonov. A minute to go here in the second. All Seattle the last few minutes. Schultz to Sprong. Center that. Forward to the net. Save Samsonov. Tight against the post. Sandin tries to clear. Mulligan gets that out. Jarnkrok out to center. 3 seconds to go in the second period, and Seattle will run out of time in the second. The Leafs, a 1-0 lead through 2 here tonight from Climate Pledge Arena. Same situation the Leafs had to face in the second game back at home, trailing 1-0 all game just to win 3-1. Now the shots on goal, if you're wondering, 15 for Seattle, 13 for Toronto. Hits are 7-4 Leafs, faceoffs 4-3 Toronto. No power plays. 1-0 Toronto after 2. Calle Jarnkrok still the only goal. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Climate Pledge Arena. Game 3 between the Leafs and the Kraken of round 2. Leafs are the 2-0 series lead and 1 period away from making it 3 in a row. Draw one back by Matthews. The pass gets to him, and he comes, winds up in, shoots! Stopped by Jones. That one had a wrap. Brody fires, redirects wide. Riley meets. Here's a shot. Glove save, Martin Jones. Done. Kerfoot tries to keep it in. Beniers being pressured. Here's Everly up the left wing side. Brody getting in the way of that. Matthews red line and in. That's fired around for Kerfoot. Makes his way to the net. Lost the puck. Drop back for Marner. He battles and gets it and fires, and off the basket went loose. That's Matthews trying to settle it down in front. Eberle, he's taken down. Kerfoot, that pass for Matthews, intercepted but got him back. Matthews shoots, save. Jones pad down. Larson to Eberle, already 5 gone here in the third period. The Kraken bring it through center. In over the leaf line, open ice, that shot, Walker stops, Samsonov, it was labeled for the top right corner of the net. Picked and drop back for Dunn. Dunn to Schwartz, in front, save, Samsonov. And that one loose, but it got through the Seattle D and out to center. Kerfoot, red lining in. Around for Marner. Drop pass back, turned over, and here comes Oliver Bjorkstrand. Hall trying to get back. Sandin steps in, a shot, save, Samsonov. Leafs clear. Wenberg is offside for Seattle. 11:22 to go. 1-0 Toronto. Well, good pressure by both teams here in the third. The Leafs started with a few chances, then it's been all Seattle since. It's a back-and-forth contest tonight. No icing on this one, waved off. Robertson for Tavares. Tavares shoots. Saved by Jones. That one knuckled back to the line. Hall redirects in front. They jam away, and Martin Jones keeps it out. Here come the Kraken. Hall to it again. That gets by Tavares. And the Leafs again battle to get the puck back. Here's Wenberg. Big hit against, and that's going to be a penalty for interference. 7:27 to go in the third period. Seattle to the power play. So here we go. Kraken will go to the first power play tonight. In this postseason so far, they are 1 for 4 against Toronto. Here's the draw. Their first power play successful, the last 3 not. Draw 1. Schultz, a shot blocked. Zach Aston-Reese clears and centers it back for himself. Zach Aston-Reese in! Saved by Jones. Here's Schultz to Schwartz. Getting that ahead on the wing on this Seattle power play from the right. Riley blocking that lane. Here's a shot that makes its way through. Zach Aston-Reese has a break off the bounce of the boards. In! Backhanded save. It's set wide. 2 good looks for Zach Aston-Reese, shorthanded on this Seattle power play. In come the Kraken the other way. From the right, Giordano back. Schwartz a shot. Kicked away by Samsonov. Riley clears out to center. There's Pierre Engvall in the way of that. Back into the Seattle zone. That's fired around for Riley. Drop back. And miscommunication sends Toronto back again. Seattle 0 for 1 on the power play. Now 1 for 5 in the postseason against the Leafs. That's chipped in, and here's Dennis Malgin with a move. In tight, it rolls to the net. Loose change. Seattle gets it back. Sprague, just over 3 to go. Toronto 1, Seattle 0. The goal came with 2 seconds remaining in the first. In comes Seattle. Leafs get it back. Here's Dennis Malgin. And he'll just play that back in. It's knocked down by the Kraken. Now played further into the corner of the Seattle zone. They are running out of time. Just about down to a minute. Brody will poke it further. Here's Wenberg taken down. Bunting looking for some communication. Yanni Gourde brings it through center. Here's Yanni Gourde inside. Centered. Malgin in the way. Picks it up and clears down ice. And icing called that'll let Seattle pull the netminder. 46 seconds to go here in the third period. So the Kraken have an empty net. Down 1-0 with under a minute to go here in Game 3. One back. Here is Riley. Clears, that hits off a skate and bounces down the ice. Here's Bunting after it. To it first in front. He'll center that around. Here's TJ Brody. Patience. Tries to get it back. Does get it back. And tries to get another shot. Held off. Schwartz. Here's McCann. Breaking in. Has help with him. Scores! Jared McCann with a rip. Ties it for Seattle in the final minute at 1. Yeah, Kraken just put it on goal, and this is exactly what you need to do to get back in this hockey game. And the Seattle Kraken find a way here on a Leaf turnover. Kraken pull the goaltender. They come the other way at the extra attacker and snipe it by Samsonov. Draw 1 by Matthews. Pass ahead to him. He has Kerfoot with him. Drop back. Here's Sandin. Over to Hall. In shoot. Save. It came out in front. Marner. Here's Kerfoot. His shot blocked. And it misses Matthews. It does come out. 13 seconds. That's turned over. In come the Kraken. Bjorkstrand. And he can't get it to the goal. Matthews, 7 seconds. Up for Kerfoot. Alex Kerfoot. Back in front. That misses Marner. Matthews tried to center it back. We're headed for overtime. 1-1 after 3. Seattle gets it tied. Jared McCann, the former Leaf, for the Kraken. Shots to goal in the game are 24 for the Leafs, 21 for the Kraken. 1-1 after 3. Hits are 11-7 Leafs. Face-off 7-5 Toronto. Seattle 0 for 1 on the power play. We head to overtime. The first time the Leafs will have overtime in this postseason. Both these teams have not been in overtime this year in the playoffs so far. So here we go from Seattle. We hope you're entertained because we are. Extra time required. Draw one. Here's Larson to Schwartz. Looks to get it ahead. In come the Kraken down the wing. They'll just chip it in. Brody for Matthews. Here's Austin Matthews. What a move. He got by, but lost the puck. Pass to Beniers. Here's Jordan Eberle. In he comes. Off his stick. It's poked. And it's played ahead for Kerfoot up on the wing. Kerfoot will get it in deep. Austin Matthews chases after it. Larson being bullied from behind as Riley gets it back. Dunn in his own corner. Matthews getting in front of that. Austin Matthews to Marner. Back to Brody. They set up. Here's Riley. And he's hooked, and the Leafs are going to get a power play. Here's Matthews. And the cycle game is on. Brody shoots. That goes off an own Leaf. Touched by the Kraken. A Toronto power play in overtime. It'll be their first power play of the series. This is a glorious opportunity. It'll be Jordan Eberle to head off for slashing on the hands. And it was a clear slash, preventing the Leafs from getting that shot in the slot. Leafs on the power play in overtime. Draw one by Tavares. Here's Sandin, a shot. That's redirected and blocked in front. Loose, they look for it. It stays in. Sandin, a shot. It stays in again. And now comes out. Here's Nylander. He'll just fire it back in and around on this Leaf power play. Matthews centers it across. Turned over to Wenberg. And he'll play it down the ice. Leafs seeing their power play for the first time in the postseason against the Seattle Kraken. It's played ahead for Tavares. Tavares has Nylander. Tavares shoots! That one! Loose, it couldn't jam it by. Loose, it came again. That's Tavares for Nylander. Centered, and Matthews can't get it to go. Jones on top of that. And the power play dying down here for the Maple Leafs, but it's had some looks. Still on the power play here, and you got to make it work with what's left. 25 seconds. Draw one here. Sandin, a shot. Redirects. Nylander in front. Put it on goal. Jones again smothers that for a face-off. Oh, the Leaf power play getting its first looks, and it's looking pretty solid so far. It has not scored. 10 seconds left to go on it. Draw one back to Tavares. Sandin. Malgin shoots. That's blocked. Alexiak. Here's Tavares. His shot's blocked. Matthews. That one back. Centered. Sandin. Open lane. Shoots. And a glove save by Jones. Playing that down to Alexiak. Tavares keeps it in. To Matthews. Spins and waits and shoots. That one direct. And a weird deflection down by Jones. Alexiak in his own zone. Nylander chasing after him. Finally, the Kraken will look to get it up ice. Nylander in the way. That's Matthews. A good play by Alexiak, and he gets it ahead for Morgan Geekie. Geekie bumped along the boards. Nylander playing that back for Sandin. Into the Seattle zone. It goes around for Tavares. Tavares with a move to the net. Lost possession. Larson. Here is Yanni Gord, and back out and down the Leaf ice. Samsonov will play it free for Malgin. Up on the wing for Nylander. Into the Seattle zone it goes. Around for Matthews. In shoots. Save. They score! Willie Nylander in overtime. On a rebound in the slot. Matthews set it up. Nylander puts it home. His 7th of the postseason to give Toronto a 3-0 series lead. An overtime win in Seattle. 2-1 your final score. Willie Nylander, right place, right time. Leafs win. And that's what you got to do to win hockey games. You got to set up, and right there, Matthews knew that Nylander was going to the net, so he puts it off the pad, redirected off Jones, right to the stick of Nylander to put in the game winner. And the Leafs take it 2-1. Looking to sweep again.